Righty, so hi guys and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new reaction video. So, you guys have requested me to check out a video called NBA Legends Explain Why It Was So Hard to Guard Michael Jordan. So, yeah, I'm not gonna ramble. Let's check out this video together. Right. Let's go.
Okay, so we know that Michael Jordan was unguardable back in the day, and the whole NBA world was amazed at what he could do on the court. Still, we never really talk about what goes through a defender's mind when he's going against Michael Jordan, or what exactly makes Jordan so challenging to guard. Because as viewers of the NBA, we can't answer this question obviously since we never guarded Michael Jordan. So that's why I decided to make a compilation of NBA legends and players explaining why it was so hard to guard Michael Jordan. So enjoy the video, man, because this is very intriguing to watch.
Steal his black tennis shoes and you take away
That was too low. We gotta hear this.
his car and hopefully he doesn't get
To watch.
steal his black tennis shoes and you take away his car and hopefully he doesn't get his wake-up call to make it to the arena. But a player with Michael Jordan caliber, he is almost unstoppable at this time of the year.
Canny ability to be able to create shots and hang in the air, and he's a warrior, he's competitive. There's just nobody like him. I think he's the most outstanding player in the game.
Gotta find a way to stop that fadeaway.
If you go in there thinking you're going to stop Michael Jordan, you're going to be in for a long night.
You got to pray and hope that he misses a lot of shots.
Fire time by Michael Jordan.
He gets the ball real easily and real quick, and he spins and turns. And once he's hitting that shot so well like he's doing now, it frustrates you a lot.
He gets so high in the air right there, he's fading. Not even George Marathon can get to him. George is 7'7".
In the past, physically, he just dominates you so much. Now he sets you up better. He lures you better.
He has that killer instinct, and that's what makes him so deadly.
When Michael Jordan gets down low, I don't care who's playing him, he's almost impossible one-on-one to stop.
Terms, it's easier to move the ball around and hope that someone's going to make this defense pay.
During the Jordan rules, they weren't running the triangle offense. And what the triangle offense did was it does not allow you to double him as much because there's constant movement now. That's why I think he's still as great as ever, because you have to play him one-on-one most of the time now.
I was a jump shot shooter, but I never had to rely upon that skill because I could get to the basket. But now the defenses are collapsing as Detroit did for years. So I got to stop and pull up. I got to utilize the jump shot. I got to take what the defense gives me. I'm not going to go against the grain.
He is just one of those players that just didn't have any weaknesses in his game. When he first probably came in the league, everybody talking about he wasn't a good outside shooter. He became a good outside
Yeah, 1v1. You guys saw that?
shooter. Everybody talked about he couldn't shoot the three-point shot. He became a decent three-point shooter. Down low, didn't have a post-up game, developed a post-up game. They say he wasn't truly a good ball handler. Yeah. Became a good ball handler. Defensively, he was just incredible on that end of the court. And so, but he's probably, I think what separated him from everybody is that his mind. You know what I mean? He was probably one of the most, I want to say, well, not brilliant, but probably one of the most intellectual basketball players that I done played against. He's always thinking the game. He's always thinking ahead, and you could just see. And his mind is always working. You know what I mean? And I would say this: he probably was the best fundamentally sound superstar that I done played against. From the standpoint of he didn't do a lot. He just got the spots on the court. You know what I mean? It's just like a surgeon. He just get over here. I want to get a shot there. I'm pump fake you, take one or two dribbles, I'm get to that spot. Right. You know what I mean? And so you never hardly see him take a bad shot. Right. Always on balance. He was just fundamentally sound. I think that's why the game was so easy to him. Right. You know what I mean? Because he took the fundamentals that he had and put it with the athleticism and the mind that he had, and the game looked simple. Right. Real simple to him.
Right. He made it look really
yeah,
easy.
But it was very hard. Right. It was very hard to go out there and scored 30-plus points a night, you know, in the NBA back then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where
and
the
still
game
be asked
was
to guard the toughest guy.
Yeah, when the game was physical and you can, you know, really get into your guy and put your hands on them, and you know, the fear of them coming down the lane against us, you know, back whatever game you're playing against, you know, it was just totally different. It was just a different game.
Start with Michael Jordan. I mean, obviously, look, he's going to have some success against everybody, but as we watch some highlights here, take us through what's the approach? What are you trying to do? What are you thinking about with Michael Jordan across the way?
Well, first of all, I'm really nervous about these highlights because those are the three of the best players in the history of the game. But Michael Jordan, I did guard him a little bit when I was in Detroit, and of course I guarded Scotty a lot, but he was so efficient, was able to get what he wanted, and he did most of his domination was in that mid-post area.
Oh, watch out, you here.
He got the shot that he wanted, whether it was from mid-range.
Can we show some misses?
I mean,
look like Mike was working you over in them highlights.
They didn't get me. I got him on the other end, you know what I'm saying? But Michael was so great, and what I loved about Michael, he just was efficient. He got the shot he wanted. Whatever you threw at him, he had a counter. He really didn't have a weakness in the mid-post and in the mid-range.
Once the cigar comes out, it's like he's already lighting the victory cigar before the competition. I had a chance to play against Michael Jordan, but it was when he had the Wizards uniform on, so it wasn't quite prime Michael Jordan. It was 40-year-old Michael Jordan.
Still.
Michael Jordan.
I remember he still was a phenomenal athlete. He still had great footwork, and he actually gave me about 30 points.
This is
Over Pierce. He's got it. Michael Jordan equaled his season's high, 31.
So it was like my third year in the league, and he was still probably one of the top 10 athletes in the game at the time.
At 40.
Yeah, he trash talked a little bit. You know, I remember him hitting the fadeaway, telling me you can't get to that.
Pierce. Defending Jordan. Fall away, he hits. 29 for Jordan.
You know, he really had a rivalry with Antoine Walker being that Antoine Walker was in Chicago, and you know, these guys played against each other in pickup games in the summer, and you know, him and Antoine Walker really went at each other quite a bit. Antoine, you know, he's one of the best trash talkers that ever played the game, but I think that game he wished he had just not said anything.
Michael Jordan has a great deal of respect for the defensive skills of Joe Dumars, and I asked Joe if he's ever satisfied after facing up with Jordan.
There have been some games where I thought I did a really good job on him, and we won the game, and I felt like he never got into a rhythm of the game at all. And but I would be less than a man to sit here and tell you that I did it all myself, because we have such commitment from other guys behind me of help and rotation and all. You know, doing a fine job only means that everybody else was rotating and helping out a lot.
But we couldn't stop Jordan. I mean, you know, I'm looking at the highlights of Jordan, and you know, every single time we double teamed Jordan down court, but he still averaged his regular season average against the Pistons was 37.5.
Good grief.
And then some nights he would get hot, Q.
Man, that ain't hot.
On a bad night, right? We was double teaming him every single time. I'm talking about Jordan.
Like right.
You know, and you know, he gave us 60, 63. I mean, he was just unbelievable. So I couldn't say that he was my toughest to guard, because we was all guarding him.
Right.
And when we wasn't guarding him, he may have gotten 100. You know, literally. I mean, he was that good. But
at one guard, 6'6" from Miami of Ohio, number 4, Ron Harper.
What's important to defend a player like MJ, for example?
You gotta have a lot of good teammates. You're not gonna guard him by yourself. You gotta have some good help. He's a player who can do it all, and so you just gotta get one hand up in his face and hope it don't go in the basket.
When we mentioned Jordan, did you notice his body language?
He's still on alert. He's still on alert, like we said in the film room. That's it.
You know, it's the one game that
ironically, this may sound a little bit odd, but it's probably more than any other game. That's the game I look forward to the most. Because you knew that night you had to be at your absolute best. And so if there's something, anything, a matchup or whatever, that's gonna bring out the best in you, if you're a true competitor, that's what you really want. And so for me, it was the one game I look forward to more than any other game to play against him, because he was everything that you just described with LeBron. I was listening to you. Yeah. That's about the way it is. Yeah, like any slip up, any lull, any mistake that's made, you're gonna exploit it. You're gonna take advantage of it. So you had to be so keenly locked in, game plan, here's what we're doing, here's where I need to be, and you would be furious if somebody didn't rotate they were supposed to, because you knew, you know, look, I'm trusting that you're gonna be there. And so, because if you're not there, dude's about to do some, you know, he's about to do something, you know, real freaky here. And so, right? He's about to get real freaky here. And I don't need this right now. So I understand exactly what you guys are saying.
We used to go back and talk after you be playing, and you actually think that we've done a good job, and then you look up at the scoreboard.
That's the best way to explain it right
And the dude got like 39 or 40, and you're like, damn, like, I thought we was doing all right. Like, and then you get on the bus and you're talking, and I remember saying this to you. I was like, I feel like sometimes he treating us like we in high school. You know, because he was that much bigger and just, you know, much more athletic than we were.
And Smitty can attest to this. We had to guard him, you know, 35 to 40 minutes a game. And he was the Shaq of shooting guards, because there's no way you were going to move him off the post. He was cat quick, and on top of that, he was going to embarrass you in front of your family and friends. So having said all that, if I'm starting a franchise, not only do I want to put people in the seats, because Michael will do that, but his skill level was so far ahead of everyone else, I'm going with MJ.
Well, could Magic and Larry, you know, play in today's game? Are you kidding me? And they say, well, what's the difference between those three? I said, here's the difference between those three, and I saw it many, many times. Larry and Magic could control the game by taking 10 shots. They'd have 17 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals. If you got Michael Jordan to take 10 shots, you controlled him.
Soft to the right. Jordan on the drive. Falls down underneath. Oh, the left side. Jordan. Oh, what a drive. Oh, what a drive.
Michael Jordan, what you have to do to him is try not to let him catch the basketball. If he ever gets the ball in his hands, you're done.
Inbounds the cart right to Jordan. Time winding down. Michael for three.
Yeah!
Earlier in Michael's days, we beat them 6 times. Me and Daryl did.
We was in Chicago. So it was 3 seconds left. He guarded Michael Jordan.
Suit's crazy.
And standing off back said, what's the best defense for Michael Jordan? Sugar said, me having some offense. He said, well, I'm gonna do this play. He did this play. I come off. I'm down there wide open waiting for the ball. He came across half court. He shot the ball, 3 seconds left, and he said, come on. The ball is still in the air.
And he just runs off.
Come on. And he started running. You know, we had to go downstairs to get into the locker room. Everybody was standing there looking like this. Flash right through. We beat Chicago,
And
right?
he's already gone.
We get down to the locker room. He coming out of the shower. I told y'all to come on. He would take.
Why was Jordan the hardest to guard? Jordan's the toughest because he's strong as LeBron. He shoots just as good as Reggie Miller from the mid-range, and it's very hard. And he's tough, and he's he's a killer out there on the court.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me, what is your favorite Michael Jordan game? So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show love to the YG gang, and I'm out.
I mean, everything he just said. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will have the original video down in the description as always. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hopefully I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.